Well, I was just thinking about, if you were gonna go and rate yourself, I was rating myself and I said, well, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm not gonna be rating myself 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. No. I'm gonna at least be a 6. So I'm going to rate myself always, no, but in this particular endeavor, between 6 and 10 on the scale that goes between 1 and 10. And where depends on the particular occasion, and Well, Rumpelstiltskin called this being available. And if you're not available, then you're not alive. You're not living. Because you're always giving the same answer. The same scenario comes, and you've watched Groundhog Day, the movie, a million times. You volunteer to create Groundhog Day. And I've talked years ago, same subject, same talk, same people. You're still doing Groundhog Day voluntarily. Lazy and stupid. That's what you value. Laziness and stupid. Which gives you Groundhog Day, which is stale, uninteresting, So being available means in this now moment, in your interactions with others, behind the glasses, you're so boring. I closed my eyes behind the glasses, and I wanted to actually fall asleep. That's how boring it is. Waiting for somebody to be available. Because you can't have an acting partner if you don't have someone who's willing to be available with you. And being available is always saying, fuck it, to everything that comes up in your head that says no. If you're constantly in your head getting no, when it comes to anybody asking you a question about me or stopping you from getting involved with me, that's stopping you from giving me a thumbs up or even a thumbs down, or a comment of a link to some musical song that wants to express itself through you as, or, some bizarre thing, you might send me a link to Marillion. If you want me to talk more about Rumpelstiltskin, because Marillion is definitely a band that is related to Rumpelstiltskin. Being available is a Rumpelstiltskin teaching, not one from Bobby Burns. But how can you be alive and call yourself alive if you're always going no? And you've been doing Grey Rock to me for 6 fucking years, or 20 fucking years, or more. How long do you think you're going to be living in this physical incarnation? Do you think that they're going to give you another incarnation after you did Groundhog Day voluntarily for 40 fucking years? The people who run this, it is conditional. That is getting another life as a human. Yes, because this place is, prison planet. And the prison warden is always looking to see what you're doing, inmate. Alex Jones, Prison Planet. David R. Hawkins, consciousness researcher, calls this place, with a muscle test, he found out this place is known as purgatory, where you're not good enough to go to a heavenly celestial realm, a better planet, because you won't change. And it always says you got to ask for a lot of God's help to make you fit to live with God in heaven. That's what it says right there in the Bible. And fit us for heaven to live with thee there. Children's hymn. Well, clearly if you need God's help, then, there's something wrong. And if you're an orc and you're eating pork, well, the number one thing that's keeping you out of heaven is you eating meat. So anyway, I go back to sleep behind here because, I've given these talks before, and when I'm silent and I don't talk, the words bubble up about, questions for you about whatever activities are going on with you. It's just that being available is the teaching of Rumpelstiltskin. And being available means when there's a interaction with me available, then, if we're going to play volleyball and, I go to the trouble of, playing volleyball with you, I hit the ball, and I expect you to rally it back, and you just stand there. You don't make a move towards the ball. You're standing right there in the court. I mean, you people are here on planet Earth to interact with Earthlings. I'm a goddamn Earthling, you fuckface, stupid fucking animal. Because I'm smart and I can talk, and clearly anybody that can make as many videos as I can day after day after day. I'm smart. And I'm waiting for people who are smart. Because people who can't interact with me or are afraid to interact with me, or there's something in you that says, that your shit don't stink, and that you can't interact with somebody who's got everything, then I'm just going to say, from the perspective of anybody that's watching this outside of Prison Planet, it's like, well, fuck, you're not, whatever you're doing, maybe you're not doing anything criminal, but it's certainly not intelligent. And in the end, if you expect, to get out of Prison Planet by acting like wallpaper paste, well, that's not intelligent and that's not evolved. So, you want to go back and be an ant for life? Well, it's like, well, we don't want beings that prefer to be ants. When we're giving you a human lifetime, and the human lifetime is so that you can, you can jump out of physicality and into, Abraham Hicks. You create your own reality, and if you're just going to create your own reality where, for, 30 years, you're still selling insurance, and you won't talk to anybody, just even your old friends that you would go, drinking with on a Sunday afternoon, you won't talk to them unless somehow it's business related. In those days, you would talk to those people, and it wasn't business related. It was the reason why you did business with other people, so you could spend more time with me, for fuck's sakes. Dumbass. So if you seem like upset to me because I'm saying, it's like 40 fucking years later, I'm still waiting for you to say, drop the whip, for fuck's sakes. I used to tell Hector way back in, I don't know, when I was 25, because that song came out, Pearl Jam Versus. The song's called Leash, and I said, the leash is your dad. Drop the fucking leash. I said, snip the leash and let go of the reins of, there's Daddy Warbucks, and he keeps me in line because he's got all this mookie money. Well, Daddy Warbucks and Mommy Warbucks are dead, and now you got the mookie money, and you go, but you do it to yourself, you fucking... Anyway, dumb bunny, I don't know what else to tell you. Because it used to be, I don't know, no fun Thunder Bay. There's no vision to make this place a tourist mecca where there's something, like we went to, was it Milwaukee? I can't even tell you that it was Milwaukee. Because I'm being dumbed down by fuckfaces in the middle of my talk. That's not me, that's fucking electronic harassment. That's the bar, the Spy Bar in Milwaukee. I mean, we did go there, and I can't even go and call up the access of memories of it at will. Why? Because this is the state of affairs. Not only if you want to improve yourself on planet Earth, you can't, because it's the Adjustment Bureau, just like the movie. And what do they want to adjustment you into? A better future? No, into a worse timeline. Into hell, permanently being kidnapped and put in yourself, so the people that are doing it, I can't help you out because they're still being blocked by whoever it is. The people that are doing it, I can't help you out because they can't help you out, and they're not at Google anymore. Now they're somewhere else. They're at the U.S. military. Now they're at the Russian military. Now they're at the Israeli military. Now they're at what? They're at the mayor's office in Thunder Bay. No, it's the garbage dump in Shunya. Who are they? It's all of you fucking people who refuse to raise your consciousness. I told you, Wayne Gretzky got 900 on the scale of human consciousness on the ice when he won the Conn Smythe Trophy for hockey. And so many people are pegged at between 150 and 190 on the scale. That's the dead zone. You want to be an Olympic athlete, elite and flow? Then why do I bother? No one's going to watch. Anyway, there's nothing else to tell you because they were going to cut it loose because we're already 15 minutes, and in the end, usually it's like 15 seconds. So I'm just talking to the wallpaper because it's going to, do the switcheroo. You be me and I'll be you. And the wallpaper is going to act like humans. And all you people give you wallpaper. And both sides will be much happier. Much better off. Be available means simply if you're still doing the same thing. In other words, you're not talking to me. You're not interacting with me when you used to. Or you'd like to, but you feel like you can't because there's something. Then that's ego. And you need to learn to ditch the ego. Go for a swim at 5 in the morning, because that's what Stuart Wilde told him. So you go to Stuart Wilde and read his books. Because you need to do something to get off dead center, because you're not going to get another human lifetime when you spend a whole lifetime being not available wallpaper paste. I'm serious. Because other people that are here to play the game called the game of life, the game of I'm a spirit having a human experience. I can't have a human experience when everybody around here has decided that they're going to spend 25 years working for the cooperators in the same study carrel. And every time the branch manager's job comes up, somebody named Barbie Biggs decides again and again and again that she's not qualified and or the job is too hard to sell life insurance. And they're always going to ask at head office, but all these other people couldn't sell it. Why? Why? Because you have no inspiration and you have no intuition. Why? Because I really don't think that being in the insurance business is what you really want to do. If you don't want to rise to the top in the business, then you should get out of that business. But you won't talk to me. Because you got a huge ego that's standing in the way between you and anything other than Groundhog Day. Being stale wallpaper paste, working at that stupid Sherwood Hall Cooperators, Barbie. You do have a habit of getting into boring, stupid, know-nothing jobs and staying there because you're afraid of what you're capable of doing. Look how long you worked at IKEA. It's as dumb as like working at McDonald's. You have great fear of your own potential, Barbie. And it doesn't matter that, you're good God in your 50s and you still haven't got past this fear. Why aren't you in therapy? You should be seeing somebody at Sullivan in Thunder Bay. You need to talk to somebody about what is going on inside of you. And if you won't talk to me, then you need to get somebody professional and you need to open up and talk about why it is that you are satisfied with no raise year after year after year, and you live the same lifestyle. You play Delta Dawn. You play Delta Dawn with your dad. Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Could it be that faded rose from days gone by? And did I hear you say she was meeting you here today? Take you to the mansion in the sky. She's 54 and her daddy still calls her. Hi, honey. I see you're here for lunch again. Well, you can sit in the back deck and, get some sunshine, and we can talk about, the price of 59-cent bananas on sale at Walmart. And then we can talk about, your divorce. Is it 12 years since, you got separated or whatever? And we can talk about, you're looking kind of plump, and are you drinking again, Sue Ellen, or not? And are you dating, that guy, the fat guy, are you still dating him? Did you realize, that pretty much, he wasn't all that was cracked up to be? I mean, I don't see you moving in with him at the Taj Mahal, and I don't see you with this, I don't know, really, what exactly are you getting out of this relationship? Well, once you've found out that you can marry into the 1%, then why don't you find somebody in the 1% who's got more money and the gumption to actually spend it on you? And you need to, get back to the pool because you were doing so awesome. There was really an incredible improvement. And then once you start hanging out with the toad, then you really started getting plump again, and he's the same crowd as the old crowd because he was the fishing buddy of your, still married but separated husband who's dating your sister's husband's boss's daughter, I don't know, it's very incestuous. You need a breath of fresh air. If I were you, I would get in your car, leave the house keys, just throw them on the dining room table, get in your car, and drive west. And then go and stay at the Banff Springs Hotel and look for Kevin Bradley. That's the only advice I'll give you, Barbie Biggs. Go to Banff. Last time I saw Kevin Bradley, that's where he was. And that's where you need to pick up your life, with Kevin Bradley. I know he did it, Kathy, but all the same, you know who he is, and I love him. 2 thumbs up for Kevin Bradley. Hoo 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 hoo. Because he followed his dream. Outdoor rec. And he was healthy and happy and beaming and shining. And no one knows how much Barbie Biggs loves to do tears of endearment. Because you do. You always fall into that emotional thing as your emotional control drama. Poor me. Oh, look at me. I'm, Jennifer Aniston doing Meg Ryan, doing an orgasm that I've never had in my whole fucking life because I don't know how to open up my heart chakra. Well, I could be Bill Clinton anytime you want. I can talk about Mountain Lewinsky. If she gives to her, I'll cry too. I'll cry like you, Barbie. I'll cry. I want to go. I gotta do it. There's nothing like Lewinsky. There ain't nothing like getting on Lewinsky. Why do you think she got the president to have that particular intern? Anybody can type. That intern is a bulldog pussy. And we learned that in All the Right Moves. In bulldog pussy, there ain't nothing like bulldog pussy. And Lewinsky is a bulldog. And that was a mean Oma. Bye.